So hey everybody, here I am at one of my favorite in-town walking trails. It's only a few blocks from my house where I live now, and it's right across the street from where I raised my family, across from ancestral land, and a place where we kids spent a lot of time prowling around. In particular, we spent a lot of time ice skating on the pond in here. This pond, once upon a time, was an ice pond where they harvested ice, and there was an ice house there. That was in the days, you know, a million years ago when we had ice boxes instead of refrigerators. I sort of vaguely remember those days. I remember the Iceman coming to the house and dropping off a block of ice, or maybe I saw a movie about it, I don't know, but I think I remember it. At any rate, I am on the verge of launching a video blog project. I'm determined to keep myself busy this fall and winter here on the Vineyard, and I want to get out to as many walking trails as possible, both for the exercise and for the clearing of the mind and for the photography. And it's all kind of new to me. I'm going to be coordinating between 3 cameras and a wireless microphone and doing a lot of editing, and I'm excited about it. I've been interested in this kind of technology since I was, say in junior high, when I was tape recording myself on a tiny little reel-to-reel tape recorder, and then taking a second reel-to-reel tape recorder and playing back my playing and singing while I sang harmony and recorded over everything. So, and today, of course, we have all of this wonderful technology. We have digital cameras. I've got, you know, 2 mirrorless cameras, a smaller camera. I hope I can figure out what I'm doing. And maybe we'll have some photographs to show at the end. Now, I was here the other day, but I got a late start, and I got talking to somebody, so I didn't get very far. The day ended before I could even really get in here. But we're going to see what we can see. We're going to see some colors, we're going to see some water, we're going to see some trees, and who knows what else. See if I can put this all together into one cohesive story or presentation. Also, this is kind of a popular walking spot, so I won't be surprised if I run into other people. I'm going to try not to get talking too long though this time. Okay, on we go. So I'm going to take a minute to point out some trees that have always fascinated me. They have a very interesting shape, and they're all in a little grove here. They're all sort of grouped together. They appear to be white pines, but I'm not sure. And they all have a bent branch. It's almost as if somebody bent a branch on purpose. I know there are stories of how the Indians and the old-timers used to bend tree branches to mark a trail. I'm not sure if that's what these are or not, but they're kind of interesting. There they are. I think I'm going to probably try and get a shot of these somehow. So here's another large white pine. It has to be the biggest one in here. It's got to be 30 or 40 feet high. And look at that. Look at the light coming through here. It's just beautiful. I can hear children playing in the distance, and I have a feeling it might be my grandsons playing after school. I'll tell you what, there's nothing particularly fast about this process. I think I've made it about 200 feet in half an hour, what with stopping and taking some photos and getting the backpack off and changing lenses and getting different angles and thinking about things. And that's okay, I'm not in a hurry. I think we've got another hour and a half before the sun goes down, so the light could be getting good very soon. Getting bitten by mosquitoes though, which I'm not really happy about. It's okay, goes with the territory. Okie doke. So this is kind of a cool thing. This is a bouncy branch. It's connected to that big oak tree over there. And this is something that my grandsons, when they were quite little, used to like to ride on when we came in here for our walks. And of course they were quite little. We wouldn't have allowed them to ride on this branch if we thought there was any danger of them breaking it. But I'm glad to see that it's still here and still functional. I'd get on it, but I'd probably break it. I've always liked this little mossy bank. It reminds me of a beautiful velvet rug or a piece of cloth. And this green moss extends right along this path. Not sure where it goes, but it's quite magical. I expect to find leprechauns or fairies hiding behind the trees. September 30th, and we have a beautiful October sky. Just lovely. And here we have the other side This is the pond. This is the pond where we used to ice skate. We'd set a bonfire in the middle of the pond and have ourselves a grand time. Back in the days when kids were allowed to roam free and were allowed to be kids. I don't know what our parents thought we were doing, but we all turned out okay. Now, just about directly across the pond is where the ice house was. It was like a barn on the edge of the pond, and it was lined with bales of hay to insulate the building so that the ice would last all summer. And this was quite the operation down here. Clouds are fantastic. Say we're about half an hour from sunset. Yep, that's about right. This will be lovely with these flowering plants in the foreground. They sort of mimic the clouds above in a way. This is when I wish I had a polarizing filter. Next time. So here we're on the other side of the pond. Got to be careful not to fall into a hole here. And we've got another little pathway. This leads to a little overlook. And this is actually almost exactly where the old ice house was. Right about here. And now they've built a little overlook. And here we are, on the other side of the pond. We have the clouds, the October sky. I can also see that the ferns are starting to turn color, right on schedule. So it's been great. I've been in here about 2.5 hours. The sun has officially, well, the sun will be setting in about 10 minutes. It's getting kind of dark in the underbrush, and I have accomplished a lot. I've taken a few pictures, refreshed my mind a little bit, seen a few people, seen a few dogs, and time to head out. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. You want to be in my video?
Sorry.
No problem. That's why we have editing programs. I can cut you out with just one swift chop. Huh?
Right. What are you hoping to do?
I'm making a video blog.
Right.
I talk to myself, I take some pictures, I show the people the view.
Very nice.
Right?
Take care.
You too.